all contractors and homeowners. So in this video I'm gonna show you how to solo install the interior door for the Middle European frame with gasket 4.5 by 3/4 for the 2x6 wall, and for the project that doesn't have the flooring, hardwood floor installed yet. So I'm gonna start drilling holes in a door slab and in the frame later. I'm only installing the 2 screws, which is on the top and on the bottom. About this one I'm gonna explain you later when I'm gonna start installing the door into the opening. So now I'm checking the level of each opening. So this wall is 2 millimeters, like 1/8 of the plumb, meaning our frame is gonna be a little bit shifted, so it's gonna be flush somewhere over here and a little bit deeper to the bottom. On this side is a little bit different. We have wall shifted to the opposite side 1/8, meaning we're gonna install it flush on the top, and then the wall will be sticking out 1/8 on the bottom. The floor is hard to measure based on the lawn level. So what I did, I put the shims, same thickness. The floor is level. So if the floor is off the plumb, let's say it's sloped a little bit, we recommend to cut the frame on one of the sides up to 1/4. We don't recommend to cut any more. So when you cut 1/4, the only difference will be the gap under the door, but this way you can keep the door slab and frame in level. Since on this job site we don't have the flooring installed yet, it's going to be a hardwood flooring 3/4. What we did, we brought the spacers, same thickness of the floor, and then plus when they're gonna apply the glue, the flooring is gonna be a little bit higher. It's always better to install the frame a little bit lower, so the flooring installer can notch the frame and trim a little bit in order to go tight, but we wanna be higher than thickness of the future floor. Since we determined that the floor is of the plumb 1/8 this way, I'm gonna start screwing the frame flush with the sheetrock on the top, and then whatever is plumb to the bottom. In order to hang the door, we suggest to use steel oil wrapped screws with the gauge number 8 head. This head always hides flush with the hinge, and a head is not sticking out. As you noticed, I haven't used any shims yet because I just wanna hang the side of the hinge plumb before I start adjusting this side of the level. I wanna mount this one first. Just like I mentioned, we're not using any shims yet. We just installed the frame the way it's plumb. Perfectly plumb. So now, since I have the hinges installed plumb, perfect level, I'm gonna put the shims right behind the hinge, just enough to be tight with the existing space. And also I don't want the hinge to be sticking out, so now I'm putting just enough shims to fit tight with the existing space that I adjusted with the screw. Just enough, right behind the screw. Double checking the level. Perfectly level. So here's the final adjustment. I installed the hinges plumb this way and the other way. Perfectly plumb. So you wanna make sure that your frame is not twisted. So since we hang the door on a hinge, just because it's only fixed behind the hinges, we also need to adjust the gaps around the door. So we're gonna start with the gaps behind the hinge. So this one, for example, I'm gonna put a few shims over here. So now I'm shimming the hinge side. So the gap on the bottom, I'm gonna put the screw. Adjusted by the screw. There is a wall which is sticking out on the bottom, so I'm doing flush with the sheetrock. So now, since I have a top screw, screwed the way I needed to do flush with the wall. Now I'm just, so I only have one screw. As you can see, only screw over there, and there's nowhere else. So what I'm doing, I'm closing the door, tight to the gasket, all the way tight to the gasket, and then just moving the frame tight to the slab. Since I have a frame tied to the gasket everywhere, I'm just marking my level of the frame I want to leave it. So I'm gonna follow the mark over here. Following the mark right here. Now I'm gonna come inside and look at the gap. How much I should lose the screw. Just a little bit. Just like 1 millimeter. Now I'm gonna go all the way to the strike plate. Drill the hole as well. So have to lose a little more. A little more on the bottom. Same as we've done with the hinge side, we're gonna put the shims just enough to be tight with the screw we just installed. since I have all of the gaps even on each side, this door is not bumpy and everything. So now it's good to put the spray foam around. I highly recommend this type of spray foam because you can make the nose a little bit flat and then pretty much get every gap around the door. Like this. That's exactly what I was talking about, the narrow gap. So this one I'll do from the inside. So now, as everything's done, the door is tied to the gaskets from the top to the all the way to the bottom. We're gonna leave the spray foam dry and then come tomorrow to install the trim and handle.